season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The offense changing the play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quick completion on the out route. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Out of the gun to give to the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a while.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Going to try to get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Might be changing the route. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Makes the grab on the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Good timing on the quick out. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The Sooners didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Back swinging for the goal line. Touchdown Sooners! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. The Sooner Schooner doesn't have a tight turning radius, but it can rev up the Oklahoma crowd, David.
Man, get them started, get them going early, test the limits, get in the end zone, get these people going bananas just safely. You know, go bananas, go crazy, but, you know, don't do too much and don't fall over in your seats.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these It's Carter. Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a... Good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant physical trenches.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Conway. Here's a heat. Finding an escape route. Oh, he's got some space. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Gives it on the option. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. He'll toss it. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the tailback. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Wide out trying to get it in. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Sparks. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about.
There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Sooners want to move quickly.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Sooners look to keep this drive humming. Quick completion on the out. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. New set of downs after the completion.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. He wants to change this route. He wants to throw it again. Steps away. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, you make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down better.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. The throw. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
That guy might not be the tallest wide receiver in the world, but he sure is quick coming out of his break, and he shows you on that slant throw.
The Sooners trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. The snap sets up the throw. They're working that left side. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Now on second and goal. Trying to pound it in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Third down has been right in the wheelhouse for this offense. 2 for 2 on this drive and trying to do it again and score a touchdown. He's looking to pass. Buys a little extra time. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Miami has the lead right now, but this Canes crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet there in the 305. They're up by 4 over Bowling Green. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He leaves it with his back. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Conway. Just a short pass to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Sparks. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And this offense, I think they'll do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? To the air on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Sparks. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking downfield very late in the half. Got it in the middle. It's Sparks. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. The offense will quickly use a timeout. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And as if a 60-yarder wasn't tough enough, he's not even straight on. From the right hash, he'll have to unleash a beauty. Kick comes up short, and he's going to try to bring it back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half. Here and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the third quarter. chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Wants to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Sparks. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moving forward just a few.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. The throw to the outside is complete. Turning it off! And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. He wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Akbar. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on second down. Finds his big tight end. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
He'll throw it. Pucks it out of the air. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
So surprised. We have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. It's complete to the left. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
The Sooners trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Touchdown Sooners! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense. That guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Conway. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Emmanuel. Breaks into the open. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Gets it out fast. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Huskies. Quick strike through the air for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you've got receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and with that, they take the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Going right to work up top. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Sparks. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached a break. It's Washington holding the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Sooners with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Sparks. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
The Sooners are rolling down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Akbar. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Might be calling a hot route. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. With the catch, it's Akbar. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Wants to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Snagged out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. They'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Sparks. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was third down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up fourth.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
They want that clock to run. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Really impressive performance from this running game. You get a victory like this, gives you a chance to hop up over your opponent and maybe others in the rankings.
Listen, it's early in the season. It's a top 25 matchup, but this coaching staff, David, took the opportunity to challenge their players. We want to be a physical running team all season long. Here's a chance to just put good versus good and find out how good we are, and they went out and they got it done.
Yeah, get it done. And listen, I don't really care if it's beautiful early in the season, right? Like, the point is we're going to look back at these victories later on and go, they won. That's all that matters. But proving they got a physical ground game is a great place to start. They'll continue to evolve still early in the season. And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Conway. Tight end finds a soft spot. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
And a chance perhaps to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Touchdown, Washington! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That is how it's done. Great job by this offense. And because of the score and the time, you kick the extra point because you're going to make them go down the field, have to score, and get a 2-point conversion to tie this football game. Great drive by this offense.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. This offensive coordinator is going to have to be creative. Time is winding down and the offense has to move quickly. Got a man. It's Akbar. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some.
Picked off. What a way to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The option look. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you've got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.